Burton Flieger is a third-generation sheep rancher from Bismarck, North Dakota, and he currently serves as the American Sheep Industry Association's president. But as he explains, the organization hasn't always been called the American Sheep Industry.
You're correct. It is our 151st convention. It originally started off as the National Wool Growers, who met in a town hall in Syracuse, New York, 151 years ago, and they came together to share ideas on how they might better help each other and serve each other, as well as regenerate a renewable source of wealth to each of those individual producers, which we still do today. That's exactly what we do today. I like to think that our mission hasn't changed much. We come together to share ideas and values and regenerate that source of wealth. We are a federation of about 47 states, and those state members are members of the American Sheep Industry Association. And of course, individual producers make up the membership of those states. So we're always grateful that the states join the American sheep industry. I always make that point when I go visit with them that I'm here because of your membership, and thank you for that membership.
The American Sheep Industry Association has had a long, storied history of being an advocate of the industry on behalf of the American sheep producer. Burton says ASI works hard so that those who want to have a future in the U.S. sheep industry can have that opportunity.
You know, the Let's Grow program is a program that the American Sheep Industry Board of Directors, the full Board of Directors, voted to implement this past year. We've gone through 2 rounds of funding for those grant applications, new and different ways of doing things. I know you've talked to some people about NSIP. They've been a recipient of some of those grants. You know, NSIP this past year has grown from roughly 100 members to somewhere over 300 already within a year. So that's an interesting way that we're moving forward. There's lots of other grants in there that we're hopeful have a meaningful impact on that.
Burton says in order for the U.S. sheep industry to not only be sustainable but successful for the next generation, producers need to get involved so the industry can speak with one loud and united voice.
A lot of people, when I confront them with that about becoming a member, they'll tell me often that I don't have time, and I tell people that nobody really has time. You have to make your time. And my dad used to tell me, he said, "Son, if you don't have time to help yourself, don't expect anybody else to help you either." But in order to affect change, you have to be part of the change. And it's easy to be a critic from the outside, but I think Theodore Roosevelt said the credit goes to the man in the arena, whose face is marred by the blood and the sweat. And that really, I think, ought to be the goal of every sheep producer, to be part of the process to affect change and move us forward.
With leadership of men and women like Burton Flieger, the American Sheep Industry Association is growing. In fact, its Young Entrepreneur Program is one of ASI's true success stories. It's attracting young people from across America to the sheep industry, helping to ensure ASI remains the industry's advocate it's been since 1865. I'm Russell Nimitz reporting.